Struggling to find motivation as a homemaker? Here are 6 things that you can do on even the toughest days. Number 1, break tasks into small, manageable pieces. When we break down our tasks into smaller pieces, they feel like, well, a piece of cake. Pun intended. When we focus on larger sized tasks, they tend to feel overwhelming because, truth be told, they are. However, when we break these tasks down into smaller, manageable pieces and we remove, say, one shelf off the kitchen counter, then we are easily able to finish through that one category and or put back the things that need to be placed back. Next, focus on gratitude and the purpose behind your work. I recommend every single homemaker in the entire world to have a deep why. What is it about this role that deeply resonates and speaks to you? There has to be something that is so profound that it nearly or actually does make you cry. This you can focus on when times get tough and when we do not feel motivated as a homemaker. Another way to look at it is also focus on gratitude. The fact that we're even in this role is such a wonderful blessing because there are some people that unfortunately are not able to be in the role. Now, I'm not talking about finances because, as you may know, I'm not yet monetized. My family is also a one-income household, and by God's grace, we're able to make it work. If you want a video on how, then let me know in the comments down below. We need to focus on things that we can be grateful for, and instead of looking at a mountain of never-ending chores, here's looking at you, laundry. We can think about how a pile of laundry just simply means that our family has clothes to wear. When we change the lens to a lens of gratitude and focus on the reason behind our work, we can get through, by God's grace, even the toughest day. Next thing you can use to feel motivated as a homemaker is use podcasts or music as motivation. There are tons of fantastic podcasts out there, and if we are able to pair up our work with a podcast or some fun and upbeat music, we can certainly get it done. Because if it's fun, it will get done. And if that means only listening to that podcast while you are doing the dishes, then so be it. If you want to listen to that podcast, you will do those dishes. So using things like that to our benefits when those tough day comes is a super hack in my book. And another thing I do to get through the tough days when I'm not feeling too motivated as a homemaker is I will literally bribe myself. If there is something I do not want to do but I know must get done, I will bribe myself. If I want to read a book, I will say, okay, you can read this book after you tackle that mountain of laundry. And even if I don't want to do the laundry at this point, is irrelevant because I want to read that book. I want to color. I want to work on my hobbies. Anything that I do not want to do, I will bribe myself. I am not above bribing myself. And I have to tell you, it super duper works. Have you ever bribed yourself into doing something you don't want to do? Let me know in the comments down below those experiences. I would love to hear them. Another thing you can do to help motivate yourself as a homemaker is to set a timer. When we set a timer, we feel like we're racing against the clock, therefore gamifying our homemaking. And who doesn't love a good game, am I right? If you set a timer for just 10 or 15 minutes, you will be amazed at how much you get done. Not to mention, a body in motion stays in motion, so more than likely you want to finish the tasks. However, I do not recommend working for more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time on the same tasks. Burnout is absolutely possible, and I like to do my things bit by bit. But if you're the kind of person who would love to tackle a whole entire room but just cannot find a motivation, then a 5 to 10 minute timer could be just the jump start that you need. You'll often find that once you start, it is much easier to keep that momentum going. And even if we do stop, we must remember that 5 to 10 minutes done is much better than what we would have done otherwise, which would have been nothing. So yeah, I'll take it. The next thing you can do to get motivation as a homemaker, even when you don't feel like it, is to remember that a done something is better than a perfect nothing. Even if it feels like you will not give it your very best and you will not do it into perfection, that's okay. Because guess what? If your bed is not made perfectly, but it's made, it's better than the alternative, which is the bed not being made at all. Perfectionism can be a huge motivation stopper. Instead of aiming for everything to be perfect, let's simply focus on getting things done. Even if it's not flawless, progress is still progress. Whatever you do, it will leave you accomplished and hopefully feeling motivated to tackle the next task. But if not, then hey, at least this one is done. Here's a bonus tip. For those days you really super don't feel motivated, let yourself rest. However, here's the trick. You don't want to lay around all day those days that we are not feeling motivated. If you set a 10 to 15 minute timer to rest, and at the end, somebody's motivated to mow their lawn. And at the end of the timer, you are done resting, you get up, and whatever you do next, that's fantastic. Rest can be productive, and I super struggled with this a really long time, but sometimes there's no other way around it, and we just really need to rest. But if you want even more productive homemaking tips, then check out this video here, and I'll meet you there right now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye!